Tinker maybe completely shut down his
Prepare
game.
for battle.
It's going to be extremely difficult because they have another problem. That's the Lycan.
Your talents surpass your loveliness.
Alrighty, let's get into game number 2 then. It is LGD versus Phoenix with Ricky and Ned.
Thank you so much, Nomad. And yeah, it is going to be an exciting game number 3. The draft here from PSG.LGD seems pretty sick.
You're playing against PSG.LGD. You don't ban Tinker. You lose. Next time you ban Tinker, but they did ban Tinker.
Yeah, here we are. They just get it once again. They did come this time with a plan to deal with the Tinker, right? The Ember Spirit plus the Grimstroke and the Spectre, but it feels like they ended up just poking a bunch of holes in that plan by coming up with this safe lane Kunkka as well as the off-lane Lycan.
Yeah, the Lycan came out of nowhere. They've got not a ton of clear. Spectre doesn't deal with that one that well herself, and Ember Spirit, does have a little bit of AoE and kind of control.
We're finally going to see a fight at the roots. Big Torrents onto 2. Then comes the rest of the LGD lineup, but they're still chasing down Y. They want to get the Bane shining. Able to keep himself alive thanks to this nice Gaunt's Rebuke from YP. Dodge there on that Stroke of Fate. Nobody dies.
I don't know what you were so hyped about. That's the fake hype you were talking about.
I wanted blood, Neff. I wanted someone to go down here, and it didn't happen. It's going to be 3 runes here for the side of PSG.LGD, though.
Yeah, nothing comes to that one, but a couple people do level 1 abilities. Nothing to say, end up going for the laser here. He's playing against the Death Prophet in the last game. He ended up going heat-seeking missile level 1, but this time he is playing against a melee hero. He might have just gotten this laser anyway.
Yeah, it's pure damage, and quite good.
Evasion, yeah, he was never going to hit the Death Prophet with that laser, but in this Ember Spirit matchup, I'm pretty sure he would have gotten this anyways.
Yeah, that's why you do it. Just denies the creep there from the Ember Spirit, so already looking pretty good in that lane now. Bottom, they do have all 3 heroes here from PSG.LGD, so trying to maybe find themselves an early first blood. That doesn't end up connecting. Jinq probably going to head top soon.
Yeah, I mean, Viper's amazing with trading, but he is pretty slow. 275 base movement speed, so it's very easy to run him down if you have multiple heroes. As long as you're not like actually trading with him and letting him build up too many stacks of that poison attack onto you.
Faith Beyond here with a nice creep drag.
Yeah, and that's going to go between, I think, his tier 1 and his tier 2 tower, where it is very safe and he could deny a lot of harm away from M77 here on this Spectre. Ideal for them, and maybe Jinq can help mess up a couple of these last hits as well. So Spectre going to struggle these first couple of creep waves, thanks to how they're playing with this Jinq and his Lycan here, both very annoying.
Yeah, absolutely. Things going really well. I'm curious to see how this mid lane's going to end up panning out. Like, nothing to say yes on his Tinker once again.
Owning already.
Yeah, he's off to a really good start in zone. You do have to have I mean, exactly what Lizard said, right? He has to have a good start on this Ember Spirit to really, be able to deal with this Tinker as we go into the mid-late game. But
yeah, he's not having a good start on this Ember Spirit. He's hiding behind a tree. Can't get anywhere close to the creep wave. Has no HP to work with, and he's got to play back for a little bit now. We'll look back up here into the top lane. I mean, a lot of damage coming out pretty quickly from Jinq here on the Dark Willow. I mean, Spectre fairly tanky, not as awful on the lane as it used to be like years ago. Just spamming out your daggers onto the enemies, and you have a reasonably okay time trading people now that you've got a little bit more HP regen.
They're going to try and get aggressive here, getting the Brambles. Going to be dodged out by the side of Phoenix. Obviously, a lot of damage from even just a level 1 Brambles.
Yeah.
So you got to be careful to avoid those. 125
with that, plus the root. But, these aren't the caliber of players that are going to walk right to the Brambles. Come on, Ricky.
It'd be a bait, They'd be baiting the Bramble for sure.
Yeah. But Lycan, unfortunately, not being able to provide any stun means it's a little bit difficult to set up the Brambles onto these heroes.
Nice 2-hero torrent bottom by Ame. Will be able to save Y. He'll walk all the way back home on the Bane. Unless he's got, I can't tell if that's his career. It is, but he's still going to go home. Okay.
So Lycan just going for Helm of the Dominators is first item. Helm of the Overlord is what pretty much every Lycan builds right now. And despite a number of nerfs, it's still way too good. I'm not sure what they were thinking when they added that to the game.
So it is really good, but there's usually when you see like these Helm of the Overlord heroes, there's going to be someone on your team that can deal with the Helm of the Overlord, right? But I look at Phoenix Gaming's lineup, and they just don't have one of those heroes.
Mars was seen as like kind of a counter to the Lycan for a little bit when the Helm of the Overlord was very popular.
Just because you can hold him in the arena.
Get speared back on the Viper down in the bottom lane, but
he's fine. Huh? Is he? Now, Ame actually taking a lot of damage here. The 5 points in that
hello.
poison attack, or 5 stacks rather, but not enough to find the kill, so he's gonna be okay.
Thank you, hero, thankfully. And he gets himself back up thanks to the salves and swap back in. So he does end up being okay. No blood yet, Ricky. Blood.
4 minutes in, it's bound to happen. Shining on this Viper, would love to grab it, is doing really well. Mid lane? Damn. Okay, well, you ask and you shall receive. Nav first blood once again for nothing to say on his Tinker.
Did you see that homing missile? Because you could barely see it. It was underneath the Shadow Realm attack.
Yeah.
It was like the shuriken in Naruto.
Oh, and thank you for a reference that I do not understand.
Don't remember the... You know what?
Yeah, I don't think I've ever watched that show, to be honest. I'm sorry.
Unfortunate. You're missing out. Maybe we've got a lot of time that we're spending together here while we do this. I'll catch you up on it.
Great. Love to hear it.
Right, let's get back over top lane, though. We've now being shoved in the tower, so Faith Beyond going to find himself a decent amount of farm, and Spectre going to be forced to move over to the jungle for just a moment here. Otherwise, he's going to be wasting a good chunk of time.
Very inconspicuous tree planted there in the mid lane. Not sure why that's there. So, just trying to deal with deforestation, I suppose. Who knows?
Yeah.
And it's gone. Yeah. Bottom lane, though, Ame on this Kunkka, not off to a fantastic start, but still doing okay. I mean, in terms of, you know, the net worth distribution here, we can see you still have 3 of the top 4 are going to be on the side of PSG.LGD, and Kunkka is a hero that can flash farm incredibly fast with Tidebringer and just some levels. He's going to go for the armlet build here. I think definitely just the standard, I mean, when I say quote-unquote standard safe than Kunkka build, we don't really see the hero all that much.
No, it's not that standard. It's become more popular. It's not like unheard of for people to pick it, but you know, it's a pretty versatile hero. You can do a lot with it, so people started running it in the position 1. You don't scale as well as obviously a lot of strength or agility carries because you know your damage in single tower, it's all AoE, but you're an amazing frontliner, and if you have other heroes that can do tons of you know, damage and scale to the late game like the Lycan and the Tinker, you're going to be just fine. Speaking of the Tinker.
Yeah, speaking of Tinker mid lane, you don't have level 6 yet on zone. Otherwise, you might be able to find this kill, but without having these flame, I mean, he is over a level behind.
He's a level and a half behind the Tinker right now.
Yeah, that is rough. 1100 gold as well, just 6 minutes in.
Doesn't exactly meet the conditions that our panel was talking about before the game of how they're going to come into this game.
3 points in this laser. Zone just can't even come to the lane at all. Now the 4th point leveled, so has to leave. And look at both supports here. They're able to just kind of sit in the mid lane. If they get a Nightmare off onto zone, he's dead. And that's exactly what Y is looking for. He is behind the tower trying to scout him, looking through in these trees. They will get vision for the moment. No, he's going to be all right. TP's coming in, though, as LWW, and Shining will now join the fray. Ember going to get woken up there, and Y now has to be careful. Yeah, all right.
No TP. He's a long way from home.
No. Oh, okay. All right, nice play by Shining.
Yeah, unfortunately, Centaur stops for a moment. That stomp doesn't do very much damage.
There's so much space being made, though. Like, you see this rotation, you're like, oh, wow, they got the Bane, but both side lanes are just being soloed by these heroes. Like, Lycan and Kunkka getting plenty of experience. They're both farming decently well. So, at the end of the day, you're really not complaining if you're on the side of LGD here.
Spectre's keeping up for now, but looking to turn on her and find a kill. Right, not going to be able to get it. Underneath the tier 1 tower, she's going to be just fine. The Falcon Blade giving her a little bit of extra bulk as well. And I guess she goes with power treads, and then I imagine the Egg and Scepter after
mid lane, here it is. Level 6 on the Ember, finally able to punish the Tinker as a result. That Inkswell combo, very strong. Now bottom lane. Of here onto Shining, but he will be able to find the Bane before he goes down. Now Ame needs to be careful. He gets level 6. That's gonna be the Viper Strike, forced the TP home. No spear coming through. Very close to being off cooldown. He almost had it.
Well, he does manage to get out, so we find the Tinker in the mid lane, and they force a couple of heroes back, so now finally some movement coming out from Phoenix.
I love it. They actually smoke, but scouted by a ward here, so I think this Tinker, dipping into the mid lane, Jin-Q gonna try and pop the smoke. It's exactly what he's gonna do. Pops that Shadow Realm, but Inkswell plus the Spirit, he might just die before they can do anything. A lot of damage coming through from Zone as well as he comes in on the Ember. Hits a Bramble though, Slide of Visible, find the kill, but in comes the Torrent. Now M77 on the backside will find nothing to say. X trying to hold him in place. Tinker not able to get back into the fight that quickly.
I'd love to punish this zone here, but his remnant's just coming off of a cooldown now, so he manages to escape. Can't quite get these heroes now, and I think Tinker now realizing that he needs to build up a little bit more tanky this game. He's not going to be able to get away with some of the things that he did previously, as they now have these heroes with so much jump. The Spectre and the Ember Spirit always going to be on top of him. Despite the fact that he shut down the Ember Spirit so hard in the lane, he did end up finding that kill onto him.
Classic Lycan things, just...
I'm going to play my own game up here. You guys have fun.
PvE farming simulator, basically, right? It's a tower defense type of game.
Yeah. You raise your wolves, your level 1 wolf, your level 2 wolf is the Dom, and then you have, of course, the Golem.
Yeah.
A very weird looking wolf.
Very weird looking wolf. Nice play here by Ame. Obviously, one of the things that you know when you're playing against Grimstruck, you're going to get silenced up, so he times the boat to make sure that even if he is silenced, the X will pull him right back into it. So really well done there.
That's the rule of thumb is 2 seconds on the torrent, 1 second on the boat for how long you wait before dropping your abilities after the X. Yeah.
To say with the Blink Dagger now, pretty incredible that you can just go 0 items blink on a hero, but after this I'm sure he's going to pick up the Aghanim Scepter. Pretty much the standard Tinker build.
Yeah. The fact that that hero doesn't need to build boots anymore is ridiculous.
Who needs them?
But the keen optic as well, extra cast range on. His invisibility picked up now, so 3K now with an advantage now for PSG.LGD, despite the fact they have 2 extra kills on the side of Phoenix. But this is what you mentioned, they were just making space on the map. Every time that they look for these kills on like Ban and whatnot, you know, Lycan has been doing his thing by himself up at the top lane, and it shows. 4,900 net worth here at 10 minutes into the game. He is very far ahead of the next highest hero on the enemy team, which is Spectre at like 4,100.
Dire's structures are fortified.
Yeah, they're doing really well.
Dire's middle tower.
I'm curious to see what Shining's gonna be able to pull off here on this offlane Viper, because he's gonna have to make a lot of space here.
Not much, I feel, in this game. It's gonna be kind of difficult. I think like,
Zone, he should be fine here. He actually doesn't have a remnant though, forced to already use it, and that's gonna be another tower taken here from the side of PSG.LGD. They're taking more though as they find Shining bottom. Blink in from Tinker as he executes him just in time, and they're turning up the tempo. It's starting to feel like Phoenix Gaming are starting to really hit this wall.
The wall that is PSG.LGD.
Yeah.
An excellent way of putting it. Didn't manage to connect that one. Gets held in place by the Bramble, so the stun doesn't hit Xin Q, but they're forced to get back. I don't know. I'm not sure they'll have enough time for the Spectre to actually get the items she needs to be able to stay on top of this Tinker. Aghanim Scepter would be great, but you know, Spectre was nerfed just after. Or after TI, they ended up adding in 10 second cooldown to that Aghanim Scepter because it was just way too good.
Yeah, I think it was before TI. Who knows, man? We've been on this patch for literally, like, what, 18 months or something now?
Free me from 7.30. Free me from Tinker.
Smoked up here on the support. See if they can find something for Fiend's Grip. Obviously available here for Y. Really nice deep ward there behind that farming spot, rotating into the mid lane. If they get zone, this huge.
Yeah, they're collapsing in on them. They've got super deep vision.
He walks right into it, thanks to the high ground vision that for Pines, but a nice silence comes through from that Grimstroke, able to turn this fight around. YP doing some good stuff here with this arena. The support of the Mars ends up doing everything it needs, trapping these heroes inside this arena as the rest of the team gonna clean them up big. So 3 kills here for the side of Phoenix. Really well played.
Yeah, the moment you try to disengage that one on the Dark Willow there, the silence came out, that bug, Phantom's Embrace, onto where the middle of the channeling with that Terrorize. And Kunkka, they're about to lose as well.
Yeah, they found Ame. The armlet toggle here for a moment. Nice Nightmare, but it's not going to be enough to save them, so they find themselves another. Okay, I was saying, you know, Phoenix might be in some trouble, but looks like it's LGD that might be in a little bit of trouble here.
Well, controlling them up, I mean, they haven't they haven't hit any of these super big item timings on these heroes on PSG. Like your Humble Overlord hasn't been completed yet on the Lycan. I think that's just about done. The Kunkka needs to finish his BKB in order to play around the arena and this Ember Spirit. Once we have those items done, then PSG are going to feel a little bit stronger. But For now, this is Phoenix's opportunity to get back in the game, and they're capitalizing on it. They are working right now on the Aghanim Scepter on the Spectre, though. That one's about half completed, and half completed on Tinker as well. Once you have that, oh.
Nice spear there. Gonna find this Dark Willow. Easy kill. Tinker's still behind the tower, though. It does make it pretty difficult to actually push this tower, and even worse once you have the Ags, but still pretty far away.
They actually sitting a little bit too low on LWW. I think if they move Ember Spear down here, they might try to jump the Tinker, but Grimstroke needs to be there with him.
And so they get the Nightmare to the mid lane. 10 seconds till the Fiend's Grip, but...
Yeah, so they're not going to be able to capitalize off this. Mars is sitting pretty close to the mid lane, though.
I wonder what Mars is
so far away.
They can just go blink. Makes sense, right?
Yeah. You forget that this, like, I'm briefly forgetting that it's not a position 3 Mars. He is so under-farmed, still sitting at like 900 gold, and he's just got Trank Boots, so when you don't have that blink in and then dropping the arena followed by his spear, it becomes, you know, kind of underwhelming.
All right, smoke up from Phoenix. They're gonna go ahead and be the aggressors here as they draw some lines top, want to find this Ame Kunkka once again.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Get a nice find, but I don't even think that's your main concern. He's just kind of doing whatever at the moment. I think you want to be catching out this Lycan.
Yeah, I think they saw the smoke here and they know exactly what's going on. YP drops the arena, traps the Bane here, goes for the Fiend's Grip. Gonna get instantly canceled. Both does come through. Dodge down thanks to the Nightmare though. And now double Viper Strike isn't enough. It will take down the Bane, but it doesn't really matter. It's just gonna be Faith Beyond cleaning up big on this Lycan.
Actually, the Overlord completed. Huge damage coming out from his golem, finishing off that Mars there, and ended up being a pretty sick Nightmare off onto the Bane. He caught the Mars in the backline before he could throw the spear out, so all he got was the arena, and it really didn't accomplish much there.
Yeah, it was a really sick...
So it wasn't able to interrupt the Fiend's Grip either. That one ended up getting the full duration, and I think they were a little bit confused that, you know, how we managed to get that Fiend's Grip off right in front of the...
yeah, right in front of the whole team.
Yeah, in front of the whole team there. But you control, if you're controlled, you're controlled, I suppose.
Yeah, very well played. This Lycan, I mean, they talked about it in the panel. You know, it's basically a free Lycan game at this point. The only real answer is going to be the arena, just trapping him in place, but you can just run your summons at any of these supports and there's nothing that they can do about it.
Well, if they're in the arena, they, you know, suffer from the same thing.
Yeah. Now here in the river zone, gets aggressive here onto the Dark Willow. Might want to rethink this one. Is again another kill for Faith Beyond. M77 now chasing down ZinQ. Will be able to find the kill, but he's in pretty deep and does have a TP to get away. LWW trying to offer some assistance. Bane rotating in, doesn't actually make it. They get the X though from Ame. In comes the X. There's going to be the boat to connect, and Tinker joining the fight as well. Do they have the damage to finish him off, making his way up onto the high ground? Trying to continue to chase here. M77, he's giving him the runaround, but it's going to be Tinker eventually, right?
Nothing to say. Oh, he gets it.
Oh my, he's out. He is out. Shining though, setting up a kill here onto the Tinker. They come in a little bit too far. Now you're out of mana. Can they actually find these kills though? The damage, the cleave from Ame's Kunkka as well, plus the summons. He just gets himself a double and leaves. Yes, you don't find the kill there on the Spectre, but finding 2 extra ones. Terrorize not going to connect. Ooh, nice pump fake though from the Dark Willow, able to make some space, and they go ahead and punish the Ember Spear for that one. Now YP on the run, sniped by the Dark Willow.
That was so unbelievable.
They get a Fiend's Grip. Oh no, he just thought he was out. Ends up trying back to the bottom lane and ends up being all 5 dead for the side of Phoenix.
They lose everybody. They dove so far there at PSG.LGD, but there was no punish for it. Nobody does enough damage. Look at this, 10,000, almost 11,000 damage dealt. They don't lose a single hero. They take out everybody on the side of Phoenix, between multiple towers there as well. This is insane how far forward they're going, and I thought there'd be some punishment that Soulbind came out, but they just didn't have damage to follow that up.
No, I mean, you'd already dropped everything on the Spectre. She had just TP'd out, had no way to really get back into the fight. Ember was not there either. Yeah, I thought for sure, I was like, yeah, there's no way Nothing to Say gets out of this. You get Soulbind, Viper Strike, was taking so much damage from the Viper, but Ame's Kunkka plus the summons, it's just running over these heroes.
Yeah, it's doing so much. I mean, Nothing to Say is such a massive threat as well, and they'll just finishing up his Aghanim Scepter now on the Spectre, but at this point, it's been so delayed, I'm wondering how effective it's going to be. We've seen Tinkers just blink out of heroes on top of them, you know, with the help of this defense matrix as well. I think we're just going to see a repeat of that. You have these items to get on top of the Tinker now, but the Ember Spirit, this is our draft prince was talking about. It just did not have, if he's not having a good game, this Tinker is not going to go down.
Beyond looks like he wants to just go in and start doing the Roche all on his own. Meanwhile, the rest of his team just kind of making space, pushing out these lanes. He's got the DD rune, he's got the drums, the helm of the Overlord. Eventually get it. It's not going to be the fastest Roche alone, but when Tinker decides to finally come help out, it should fall pretty quickly. Scan from both teams connect here, and there's going to be a Wolf to scout out the side of Phoenix here.
I'm sure they feel kind of crushed after these last couple of team fights, but give up Roche, it's even worse.
I'm sure you can be Aegis to Kunkka, right? Yeah. Indeed, he's almost got his BKB.
Yeah, that's the big thing that he's been working on for a little while.
Yeah, this TP out, man, it was so sick.
It was so clutch, but the soulbind comes off it too, but the sleep is there, and then just stunned up there on trying. They don't have any damage to follow it off.
I thought for sure that this was going to pay out. Ended up just not working for them.
Yeah, nobody's there. They just can't do anything to it. I mean, they were forced to back away and not attack him on PSG, but...
Dude, this Terrorize was
yeah,
so
that
sick.
Fake. Oh my god. That
baited him out perfectly.
Disgusting how well played that was.
Yeah. Meanwhile, Spectre's dead. As you're wondering, I'm not sure if you saw, they actually rotated into the bottom lane and found Spectre again, so...
Footnote, Spectre's gone.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Nice pick off there. Now 13k now with advantage here at 20 minutes in. Won't be long until they're ready to be knocking on your high ground. The wolf is at your door, so they say.
That would make sense, yeah. There's a lot of wolves about to be at their doors here pretty soon.
I like the cool rock-looking wolf. That one's my favorite.
Yeah. I like Pirate Wolf. That one's pretty cool.
We might see a Pirate Wolf eventually this game, but they did end up nerfing the Aghanim Scepter. After all, it was a Slack's idea, the wolf bite thing. And, you know, nerf it into the ground, much like his Omni Knight.
Yeah, of course.
Can't have it too strong for too long.
I'm really curious to see what they try to do here on the side of Phoenix, because they are starting to fall further and further behind. It is now a 13,000 gold lead. I mean, the core is getting exceptionally farmed. Oh, okay, X12 play into the mid lane. Nicely done. That's the Ags reveal here for M77. So they'll find themselves a quick pick off onto the Bane. But you do still have Lycan problems as he is just pushing this bottom tier 2.
Yep, they want to be able to grab the mid tier. They don't have a single tower this game on the side of Phoenix. Everything is still standing, and while they try to make a rotation in the mid after grabbing that Bane, they end up losing the bottom tier 2.
Top tower is under
yeah, they actually didn't really lose the lanes all that hard. Besides mid, like zone really struggled there, but...
Oh yeah, that one was very one-sided.
But yeah, these side lanes, like, they just kind of were allowed to continue to farm, and because of what happened mid, like, the support's constantly rotating in to try and keep this Ember Spirit's game alive. And now you just have this massive lead, and everyone on the side of PSG.LGD feel fairly safe. Like, you got this Yules on Dark Willow combined with the Shadow Realm. It's very difficult to actually find the kill on this hero.
Money.
Nobody's an easy target at this point, and even though it's relatively even in kills, it's I imagine these next couple of team fights are going to be very one-sided. They're holding their triangle. It's about to all they can do. YP over here. If you get the, I mean, you can't even jump Kunkka here.
Very nice attempt on that torrent.
Yeah, but you can't even jump the Kunkka here. I mean, he's like the tankiest hero. He's still got the Aegis. He's got a BKB in his backpack.
Yeah, it's hard to figure out what targets you can even go on. Like, your only option is to try and find the Dark Willow and the Bane, and like YP with the Blink Dagger now might be able to do it. I do see Jin Q here. All right, there we go. Nice searing chains into Spear, Inkswell as well. He will be able to dodge it out, but no way to actually survive this one. Last hit goes the way of Zone's Ember. So he'll know about that ward.
Yep. Areas that they're reclaiming on the map, they have to move around as 5. Like, while they were going on that Dark Well, net worth being further increased for PSG.LGD, even though they got that kill there. Just because they're farming up the rest. And I think it's just the nature of the game. It is insane to see you have an Ember Spirit and a Spectre on your side, a Spectre with the Aghanim Scepter, but still not having control of the map.
Yeah, Spectre's one of those heroes that just wants to be able to farm away from your team and just like join for kills, and it, like, Phoenix Gaming doesn't really have a lot of, I would say, kill potential right now. Like, they're just so tanky on the side of PSG.LGD. They have a lot of answers. X here in the mid lane is going to find Shiny. He's trying to get onto a Y. The supports will be able to collapse on top of him. They will be able to take down the Bane, but Shining just getting crushed by Ame here. gonna join him, and now YP on the run, taken down by the Tinker. M77. The Spectre, the only hero that cannot afford to die, just surrounded and did not even stand a chance here against the damage from LGD.
Yeah, nothing to say, absolutely melting them, and it looked like it would have been a decent fight at first, but you know, after Bane got initiated on, the Tinker was teleporting over to him, changed his mind, realized he would have put himself too out of position, so still playing very clean Dota despite they're this far ahead.
You got the AC completed, you're on your way to a Satanic here for Ame. Like, they have so much physical damage from these two heroes, and then of course you have Tinker, who doesn't he feels like kind of like a B character in this episode of PSG.LGD, but to be honest, just still able to dump so much damage in these fights.
Jumping in the back line, he just absolutely melts people. You have to always, I mean, if you're not concerned about the Tinker's positioning, then your entire team will die him after you jump on the Kunkka or the Lycan. I mean, these playing frontline tanky heroes.
You were right about the Tinker though. He's gonna go for the BKB.
Yep. I mean, he's kind of got it this game. If he wants to be able to play as far forward as you saw him in the last match.
They find zone here. X gonna pull him right back, but able to remnant to safety. So nice patience from him. But now looking for more. LWW being chased down by the summons as well as the Mars. Oh my God, the damage from Faith Beyond. X into boat's gonna find Shining, pulls him right back in. The Howl, it's way too much. Faith Beyond with the double kill. The Lycan is just taking over this game, 25 minutes in now, and I don't think there is any slowing down this Wolf.
No. I was looking at that when I didn't see the buyback status there. I just saw Lycan yes at the top. The state of this game. He just saw Grass, yeah, making such quick work of these towers, and he got to do whatever he wanted in this game, and now they're paying the price for him.
Yeah, absolutely.
But still just taking control of this map, not ready to push high ground yet despite being up 22k net worth. I mean, you are a little bit concerned about that Mars streak that I was talking about earlier. You don't want to get speared back into an arena further away from the rest of your team. I'm not sure even that'll make the difference in this 22k net worth lead they have at this point, but PSG.LGD, they are going to be very careful after 2-1 against Aster yesterday. Every game in the DPC here is so important. You want to go straight to playoffs as soon as you make that major.
Yeah, and that's the thing, like the heroes on the side of PSG.LGD are just so tanky. They've got BKBs completed. Like going on top of a Kunkka, he has 3,100 health nearly. Doesn't even have the armlet active and a BKB. I don't know how you actually bring down this hero at this point. Like, you're going to have to fully commit all 5.
That's the neat part. You don't.
Okay, cool. Yeah. And then, of course, Lycan. What do you do?
Yeah. You do.
Zenq, all right. Playing a little bit aggressive there. Gets the Yule, still has the Shadow Realm. Will pop it. Taking a lot of damage here, just burning down to zone. In comes Ame, though, with the Kunkka. Does have a DD room into the Fiend's Grip. That's going to cancel that. TP out in zone. Does need to be very careful. Off into the trees. They do find him. They get the root as he goes into the Bramble. Dark Willow gets the last laugh in this engagement.
Oh, they just about predicted that Remnant on the Ember Spear. The torn to the trees wasn't meant for that support there. That was meant for the Ember, but, you know, he goes in the Bramble. He dies anyways. So, impatient done, in my opinion, but I think it was just baiting them out. Maybe a little bit impatient. They didn't want to wait for the next Roche. Instead, they want to be hitting these high grounds right away.
I mean, if they can force the buyback on the Ember, I mean, his game's already in shambles, and X here once again onto Shining, gonna connect with the Bone, just coming in to try and do what damage he can. The BKB's gonna get popped, just gonna chase him down here. Doesn't care, has nothing to say, just blinks right into the middle of this arena.
Yeah, now it's one huge tool they don't have in order to defend their base. They're showing going to be a very quick respawn, only another 5 seconds, so the moment they get back and scout that one out, I think they'll take that and go for this next Rax, and
there's the axe, baby! Let's go! I knew we were going to see a Pirate Wolf.
Pirate Wolf is my favorite.
Pirate Wolf
Wears
is
a little
great.
eye patch on the wolf, yeah.
It's good stuff. It also, I can't wait to watch it just splash water on all of his friends and kill them instantly.
Yeah. Thankfully they did nerf it a little bit. Because, Dog Rock was ridiculous.
Dog Rock was way too good. Zone top lane, gonna catch it, Yules into the Bramble Maze, Terrorize, just gonna get pump faked, his zone's forced to BKB. That's never a good feeling.
He's used his BKB twice now here to not great effect. He ended up dying the first time. Did get the kill on the Dark Will, but this time he ends up getting nothing. Puts it on cooldown and
Bottom lane, the Tinker getting to work here as he's just chasing out one after the other. Just gonna run onto the high ground here. Faith Beyond letting the boys deal with this support Grimstroke for the moment, trying to chase him back into the fountain. He's gonna protect himself.
No Tinker?
Oh god, Tinker, don't do it to him. He blinks in, finds Shining X boat once again, and now at the tier 4s, they found the Ember Spirit. Curse Crown's gonna cast, doesn't even need. Nothing to say, just doing so much work here on the Tinker, protected by the BKB for the moment. The damage coming through, the Torrent connects, the Cleave nearly kills YP as well, but he gets Shining in the base, so a 2 for 0. And that dog, the Pirate Wolf, it seems to be doing pretty good.
I'm putting in work here. 36k net worth advantage here. Only 29 minutes into the game. This is absolutely insane. The hurt that PSG.LGD is putting onto them here, but you gotta tap out soon.
Buys himself a VKB. Y buys his own. He wants to go for the full duration feeds grip, and he's got him. He takes the Spectre. The disrespect at the fountain. LGD just wipe Phoenix once again in their base.
That's it. Phoenix morale in shambles after that.